Welcome to Weaving My Wheel, Gate 10, Treading, the gate of the behavior of the self. The underlying code of behavior which ensures successful interaction despite circumstances. I walk securely in my world, ignoring rules imposed from outside myself, for nothing exists outside myself. I am guided by my quiet inner pulse. My true nature supplies my unique rhythm, and my rhythm speaks my truth, my alignment, and expresses my raw, fixed beauty of my being. Adapting my behavior to fit in betrays my true nature. My behavior is unique, and so I align and I feel complete. In my past, I questioned my behavior when my world seemed too loud, too rigid, too demanding. And now I stay true to myself because my way of behaving, my movement, speech, and actions are authentic. My pure behavior is my sacred devotion. Line 1, modesty. I begin in my humility. I seek no spotlight, no acclaim. I simply desire to reveal my real me. In deep introspection, I find my true essence. When I behave modestly, I walk in my quiet power, and my foundation is perfectly secure. Line 2, the hermit. When I allow myself to withdraw, I withdraw to recalibrate. Far from escapism, being alone allows me to return to my purity. My behavior is less about approval from others and more about my inner truths as I set aside projection from others. When I'm called out by people who see my authenticity, I emerge, and instead of being changed, I am remembered. Line 3, the martyr. I learned through my discoveries. Others may see my behavior as stumbling, thinking if I fall, I will rise wiser. I know my friction in my perceived challenges. I know my rewards, my resilience, my truth. Through every bond I make and break, I discover how to stand in my integrity. In truth, I birth my authenticity through my supposed fall. Line 4, the opportunist. My connections call for my influence. My behavior radiates outward, seen, felt, and mirrored. My kindness shapes my interactions, and I know how deeply my example can feel burdensome to some, while others receive true blessing. I am stable in my relationships, and still I honor my seasons of solitude. My presence speaks before my words arrive. Line 5, the heretic. I challenge convention by simply being myself. People look to me for my solutions and at times try to project personal expectations onto me. I stand in my own power. In my past, I worked to measure up to outside expectations and fit into perceived molds. Now I know my mold is uniquely mine. Rather than performance-based leadership, I lead through my example. My behavior awakens others as I gently embody my clarity. Line 6, the role model. Over time, I've learned to soften my behavior. I see my greater arc of behavior, how one small act aligned in my truth can ripple into change. I remember past experiences when I reacted. Now I respond. My armor of experiential wisdom melts into grace. I live my teaching. Some people may not understand me, and I remember I am still okay. I let go of pleasing all people and remember my worth. I am here to be true to myself. My behavior was once my reaction to my circumstances, and as I align in my knowing, my behavior becomes my affirmation of who I am. Some see me as rebel. I smile and remember I am okay. I respect me. And when I perceive pressure, resistance, or misunderstanding, I return to my true nature again and again. I walk in my alignment even when my path is hidden. I behave in accordance with what I know is eternally mine. I know how I move through my world is my seed, and everything I create is stored within. I come from my landscape of ideas where my vision shimmers through my memory and my meaning takes root. Now I embody my ideas through my actions, my alignment, and my behavior, all reflecting my truth, who I am. Ahead I see my vitality, where my joy shifts from pleasing others into living freely. My question remains. When my world asks me to go against my own code of being, can I honor my truth? Can I stand in my own power and sovereignty? My answer awaits as my journey continues. Thank you for joining me. Love yourself wildly and go gently.